by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. You look at this Steeler defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Looking to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. They'll look to throw again. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And this one is right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Play action. It's Griffin. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there and a first down. The Steelers at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they had their 6-game winning streak snapped a week ago, but still, it's a team that's playing pretty darn well.
And like the old song says, accentuate the positive. And I think that's exactly what this team's going to do. If you've won 6 in a row, you know you're doing something right in the NFL. So I don't think the one loss is really going to discourage them.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Here's Griffin. Buying time to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the left side. Maynard. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
On 2nd down, Maynard, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And the tight end goes in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. 4. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at them. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole
bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And he returns this to the 22. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. And Xavier Worthy high in the air to bring it in. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On second down, here's Griffin. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, as they've got it as we resume action. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 10. Throwing again. Griffin. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. It's taken to the 26.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ford. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go.
Maynard, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 8.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action. Griffin. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Griffin. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
back to throw. Griffin. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
2nd and 4. The left side completion to Jones. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones.
Down at the 35, it'll be second down. Second and 6.
Again, it's Jones. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Up the middle, Jones. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Back to throw here. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Xavier Worthy
with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Here's Griffin. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. They run with Ford. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Griffin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've always got to remember that once the ball's in the air, the defender has every right to go after it that a receiver does. And that was a battle for positioning on that play. And in the end, he's able to force the incomplete pass.
Griffin now to throw on third down. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. From there, we're off to check out another game. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Marvin Harrison Jr., a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And that game all tied up as they do battle with the visiting Raiders.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. So out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
The middle they go. Maynard. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Two yards still to go. Third down now. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Maynard, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Griffin.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 17-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a give right side. Maynard. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Griffin. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defense?
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Third down and 13.
They'll look to throw here.
Throw out wide is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
The tight end in motion right. On 1st down, Maynard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw. Griffin. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20.
39 yards there, a big one.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Maynard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The gun, Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. On 3rd down, Griffin. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here now, 2nd and 4. The give is to Jones. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. Second and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Griffin. And he slings one that's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Griffin. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one swung out here to Jones. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
Now here's a throw that's complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. This is Ford. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. Now Griffin. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll try again.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there.
With his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Niners set to take over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. A give to Jones.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second and 9 now. Caught on the right side by Jones.
Here's third down at 5.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try the left side. Maynard. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Maynard. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Maynard.
And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Steelers.
Griffin down to a knee, and that should be the final act in this game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Pittsburgh, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.